Infinite Creator, hello, and welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the content on my channel. And if you are, and if you've been in my orbit for a minute, maybe you're joining new after me leaving the Facebook platform. At least I hope to. Facebook's not letting me leave just yet. But if you're willing to really listen in here today and stay till the end, I have an absolutely beautiful, beautiful offer for you. It is absolutely free. It's available when you sign up to my website, to my email list on my website. And I just want to share with you the conscious creation pulse and what that is and what it feels like, and what can open up when you follow that can be really, really beautiful and open and loving and exciting. And so yesterday I completed day 2 of a live event that I did on Zoom, and it was called Living Resonance as the Quantum You. And after the completion of yesterday's day 2, we were talking about true manifestation as self-actualization. At the beginning of that call, I gave a little backstory about why I do the work that I do now and the depth and intimacy with which I offer that. And yesterday in that call for this free event, which I hadn't even divulged it fully to my clients in my programs or in my mentorship, it was the first time I was able to put the feelings and my experience of this past year of 2025 into words that felt good to share. Like, it felt really clean. And I really enjoyed sharing that. And if you want to listen, you can get it for free. You can sign up to my email list at catherinemarcel.com, and you receive that instantly when you get the welcome email, these 2 days of transmission. So I talk about that in day 2. And what I shared was very intimate, it was very raw, and I didn't have any worries about how I would sound to others or how my experience might be received by others. I just felt like it was giving context for what I now share with people, which is very deep and it's very intimate. And the only way I feel to be in integrity as a mentor, sharing with others how to do the deeper work, the intimate work on themselves, that requires an integrity from the mentor, which is me, to also be available in that level of vulnerability. And like I said, it felt very clean. It felt very real. It felt very raw. It felt very open. It felt very loving, but it also stiffened my resolve to keep offering deeper and more intimate ways to others, in the way that I've created a greater degree of my own self-realization and my own self-actualization. And I just want to share from that level. I just want to share from that I call it lived in wisdom. I don't call what I do teaching anymore. I call it lived in wisdom, because I'm sharing with you how I did it, how I'm living a life where I feel so free and joyful, and the conscious creation pulse is running through me. And that's really what drove me to create this 2-day event of Living Resonance as the Quantum You. So I look forward to offering you these 2 days, these audio transmissions that go deep, deep, deep. It's a soul-to-soul transmission. And especially at this jumping off point of going into 2026, this is going to be like a tonic for you. So I highly recommend go to my email list, catherinemarcel.com, sign up, write in the welcome email. You probably get it within 15 minutes of you signing up to my email list. The replays are right there, along with some really powerful journal prompts to help you deepen into these audio transmissions. So there it is. But I want to talk about the conscious creation pulse, which is what, the impetus, the nudge of what led me to share at this level and to bring this 2-day event to you all. And a good way to look at this and understand the conscious creation pulse is when you are really clear on your desires, they're not just random wants. They're not just, drivers from the ego saying, I want this because it'll prove that I'm enough. I want this because it'll prove I have value or I'm lovable. No, those are ego wants. I'm talking about desires that come from the soul. They exist as signals from the soul. They're like frequencies already existing in the quantum field of intelligence, tapping you on the shoulder and saying, I'm ready to come through. I've chosen you to have whatever this is, this desire to be manifested from formless into form through you. And that can be any number of things, but it is a conscious creation pulse. It's the pulse. If you think of the current, the life force energy that is always flowing, that is always in movement, and it's translated as experience of thought, belief, emotion, mental structures of all different kinds and sorts, and events, situations, right? That's flowing all the time. We call it experience. On a very neutral, impartial level, it's all just experience. And in this flow, there are little thresholds and doorways and paths that open up. And to the degree that we are present, which is something that I take you into a very, very intimate experience with, presence in this 2-day live, or it was a live event, Living Resonance as the Quantum You. Through that presence, the conscious creation pulse can be heard, it can be felt. But what it really is it's the moment before the breakthrough, before the opportunity for you to claim your desire, before that outcome crystallizes. It's the quiet, very subtle nudge that precedes sometimes an avalanche of momentum that, doesn't manifest your desire from thin air. We go into that a lot in this 2-day class and transmission, because nothing needs to be built. Creation is finished. But and you're not even attracting it. You're becoming aware of it. And this conscious creation pulse is like the nudge, or the kind of little shove sometimes, or sometimes the beating over the head, that this wants to come through you. And sometimes there'll be an avalanche of momentum. But before that, you'll receive this subtle nudge. Before that avalanche of momentum introduces this thing you want to have into your awareness. And a lot of people miss this pulse because they're expecting clarity to arrive like a parade, bells and whistles and a float and noise and horns and a marching band. But soul does not communicate like that. It doesn't stomp or scream like the ego does. Soul whispers. It whispers first, and then it roars, sometimes like a ringing in the ears, and sometimes with an avalanche of momentum following that nudge. And then you can't ignore it. But at first, it's very subtle. So the only way to really pick up on this pulse is to be present and to go into presence often. And so because that's my default, that's my go-to, I'm always returning to presence. I'm always checking in. I'm not talking about just meditation. Yes, I do meditate. I meditate in the morning and I meditate at night, but I'm talking about throughout the day, checking in and going into presence, breathing myself into my center, not as an escape, but as a way to tap into what's there behind the noise of the mental, questioning and the machinations of the mind. Only when you dig beneath that and tap into what's there underneath all of that do you tap into the exact frequency that's been begging you to fulfill it. And that's exactly the impulse and the conscious creation pulse that allowed me to create this 2-day event, Living Resonance as the Quantum You. And you can grab that for free when you sign up to my email, katherinemasel.com. The link is in the description. But, maybe It's not random that you're hearing this right now. Maybe you've been noticing how the pulse shows up in real, surprisingly normal moments in your everyday life. Maybe that's been happening. Maybe you got the nudge to Google something for no reason, or you've been drawn to a topic, a person, an idea without really understanding why. You don't need to understand why. Don't try to figure it out, because then you go back into the logical, analytical, reasonable thinking mind. That nudge isn't there. That nudge is underneath that. Um, the conscious creation pulse can also translate as like, you know what? Normally I would go this way, but today I want to go this way instead. I want to, yes, go to the park and do my normal walk, but I don't know. I've never gone up this path. Maybe I feel like doing that today. Or I feel like wearing this. I don't know why. It's a little fancier. I don't know why. If I'm just going to be walking my dog, I want to wear this beautiful sweater that I'll probably get mud on, but I feel like wearing it. Or I want to reach out to this person. Or, I feel the need to answer this email in this way. It's not randomness. It's frequency coherence with what is trying to, with consciousness attempting to have life move through you. To have the formless be made aware of as matter, as form through you. Because who knows? You don't need to figure this out either, but maybe you have the exact right, perfect frequency. That consciousness itself, life, and the currency of grace that is life said, no, this one. This desire, this form, this idea, this creative endeavor, it comes through this one. Trust it. That's the pulse. Even when it doesn't make sense. It is the curiosity of consciousness itself inviting you through a doorway of awareness that your soul uses when your mind is busy trying to calculate all 20 of your next steps. Conscious creation doesn't work like that. Conscious creation isn't logical and methodical that way. Conscious creation is a currency of grace and motion that you tap into through presence. And this 2-day event that I'm going to share with you for free is the perfect invitation to remember that. To remember that your ego self isn't always in charge, even if it thinks it is. The unchanging quantum you is. And this is your opportunity to reconnect with that essence. So if you feel like you need maybe a course correction at the moment, you're never off the path, but it might feel like you are. If you feel somehow abandoned by the universe, like soul is ignoring you and not nudging you at all in the moment, it isn't true. That's how you know the ego's in charge, but you still might feel that way, and those feelings can be valid, okay? If you think that embodying what you desire still requires hustling to prove your worth, then this is definitely for you. So drink in this 2-day nectar. Allow yourself to walk into 2026 with an entirely different nervous system, a different presence, a different gravitational field in your orbit. It's my gift to you, Infinite Creator, and I offer it with many blessings. If you love this content and you want to thank me for this free 2-day event, please leave a like, a comment. Consider subscribing to this channel if this content and this material I share with you resonates. It really helps the algorithm to know that this content is valued, and it helps me to push this content out to other people who can benefit from it as well. And I sure would appreciate it. So thank you so much, and bye for now.